You're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
The main card, it's all about Tank. You know, I'm proud of Tank. He's a young, true warrior, a young champion. And he's been through a lot, you know, as far as the media trying to criticize Tank for fighting this guy. Listen, criticize me, criticize his team, but don't criticize the fighter. The fighter's job is to go out there and kick ass, and that's what he does day in and day out.
Well, touching on that, a lot of fans want to see him fight someone of a bigger level to get tested. When will we see him against that fighter that the fans want to see?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, I just say he won the world title from an opponent that he beat. I think he beat the world champion that was undefeated. And the world champion that he beat went to the Olympics. He has no amateur background. He wasn't even ranked in the top 10 and became world champion. He's two-time world champion, and he don't even have, what, 22 fights. So this is unbelievable. There's no rush. You're a remarkable fighter. I'm behind you no matter what nobody say. Your job is to go out there and fight and keep making them 7-figure paydays, and we move you up to 8-figure paydays, and then 9 figures.
Hey, Tank, Radio Raheem. Hey, Tank.
Do you think that will be the huge fight for you?
It's time for us to move and talk right here. Like I said before, we're not going to call no particular fighter out, and it's not like we're ducking the dodge with anyone. Lomachenko has to fight as many fights as possible, extremely quick, because he's very, very old. Tank is probably 10 years or 11 years younger than Lomachenko. Lomachenko will be 40 before you know it. There's no rush, Tank. Your job is to continue to go out there and do what you're doing. You making the same money Lomachenko is making, and you're doing it easier. Lomachenko just fought. Now Lomachenko is a hell of a fighter, and I like Lomachenko. But the guy, after Tank went out there and beat the champion up, Lomachenko fought Tank leftovers and with the distance. And guess what? Tank didn't have to go to the Olympics. Tank didn't have to fight 300 amateur fights. Tank didn't have to fight 400 amateur fights. Tank can go out there and get the job done. This right here, he's the real one in boxing. He's the truth. We don't care about that. We don't want to hear about that. Tank is the champion. It's his night. Give him his credit. Just like when all these other fighters go out there and was fighting all these years, y'all didn't want to give me my credit. And now y'all screaming this Pacquiao shit. Once again, when all you media people was talking about what Pacquiao was going to do, then I kick his ass in. Let's do it again. It's Tank night. Tank is the champion, and Tank is the face of boxing. Talk to me,
Raheem with Tank Davis. Listen, like Floyd said, you've been through a lot. It's been publicized. It seemed like tonight you've shown a lot of maturity. The way you handle the press, the build up to this fight. What do you attribute that to? What changed in your life or changed in your mind to make you focus in a different way?
Just, becoming that, that main event fighter, stepping up, inside the ring, outside the ring. Main focus,
It can be really frustrating and difficult to have an opponent change last minute. Obviously, you're training for one guy, there's beef there, you're focused on a single opponent, and a new guy comes in right away. What kind of adjustments did you have to make in the gym to focus on a guy that you didn't know very well and hadn't been training for in the beginning of your career?
Well, when I found out that he switched the opponent, not switching, and got hurt, I was already in LA, either way. So it wasn't too hard. I believe I had, the skills to beat anyone they had in front of me. I believe that my team, was right for me. So
Now your walkout was longer than your fight. I imagine that's a pretty good goal, as a good accomplishment tonight. I noticed, as everyone does, your affinity for Michael Jackson. So maybe the third time I've seen some kind of homage to Michael Jackson on your fight night. Why is that? What's the connection there?
He was a big guy. He was loved by the people. I was one of the kids that loved Michael Jackson. So something was happening.
And lastly, obviously, you have a special relationship with your promoter. I've never seen Floyd with any of his fighters quite this close, quite this hands-on. Well, what does that do for you? What do you get from that other than friendship?
This made me push harder. I still like when I first met him. Sometimes when he called my phone, I just look at the ring. I had Floyd calling my phone. Just two coming up. So it's amazing. It made me push hard.
Do you have a particular goal in your career or in your life as a fighter? Just something that you want to get to, where you say, "All right, Gervonta Davis has done what he came to do."
Just be that household name, be that pivotal star. My main focus is being that pivotal star. And excited.
Floyd, as a promoter, obviously there's all kind of things that can come up.
Yes.
Your main event opponent pulled out just a week or so before the fight. Yes. What is it like to have to make that adjustment, find an opponent that the fans or the media won't criticize?
Well, I didn't, just criticize me, criticize this team. I'm proud of the team. Abner Moore's a hell of a fighter, another tough competitor. And we can make the fight happen down the line, but I want Abner Moore's to heal up, get better. My prayers go out to him and his family. He's a hell of a fighter, he's a hell of a champion. And it'll happen down the line, but what Tank need to do is continue to go out there, rack up the victories, beat whoever we put in front of him, and that's his job.
What is it about Tank that's special, maybe more so than other fighters in your stable? I know you respect all your fighters, but
yes,
everyone sees you giving this guy special attention.
Well,
why?
It's not really that. It's that, like myself, his mother been through a lot as far as been on drugs. My mother been on drugs. My dad been in prison. People in his family been locked up. So, what I try to give him, it's like my son, my oldest son. I always give him positive advice. A lot of times he don't like to listen. A lot of times he don't want to answer his phone. A lot of times he go in the media and go into rage and be upset. But I still love him unconditional and only want the best for him.
And lastly, this was a surprise to us that he'll be over in Japan having that fight again.
It's the exhibition.
With the exhibition, we all saw what happened with your exhibition. What did that guy do?
It was crazy, but the exhibition was supposed to be $9 million, but I ended up making $10 million. Over $10 million. I got a bonus.
The man was crying when it was over. You destroyed him. What did he do in that fight that would make anybody believe it will change at all with Gervonta Davis?
I don't know.
An even bigger puncher, a more aggressive fighter, a younger fighter. Like, what is? How can this possibly be competitive?
Well, what was crazy is Tank knows this. When I was young like him, I was a knockout artist when I was young. But Father Time, which is, as you get older, you get into your 30s, the hands ain't holding up, the body ain't holding up the same. But then you got that mental game, you still got to find ways to win. But, it's his night. It's his night. I'm proud of him. I want to keep going out there being the best that he can be. And what can I say? His grade tonight is always as great as an A. If he won, and can't grade him a B. Even if it went to this, can't grade him a B because he won. So it's an A. And he made some hell of a money.
Is the kid's name Takashi? You gonna try to knock him out faster than Floyd did?
Yeah.
Radio right here with Gervonta Davis and Money Floyd Mayweather.
Am I having more exhibitions? Probably so. Most likely, yeah.
You did that, Tank.
Floyd, as a promoter, do you feel like that's the next level in your life?
When did you know Tank was special?